Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2016 with Milan, and there are 4 games to go. We're going to do the rest of the season live, and as you can see, we've dropped down to second place. Oh dear. We are level on points with Juventus. We've blown it totally, however their goal difference is now really starting to become a lot more superior, and it's mainly down to this. So we lost to Juventus, but we won against Perugia. I'll come back to that in a moment. We lost to Napoli though. Really terrible defeat here, but I'll get to that in a sec. Perversely Perugia. This one was dramatic as hell. They took the lead through a TM penalty, I think, as I say that. And if you look, well, you may have just had a look there and seen the times. A really nice penalty from their number 9. That was in the 6th minute, and at this point I'm just thinking, oh Jesus Christ, is it really getting to this? But watch this from Jose Mari, 2 belting goals to bring us level, and this was our first goal for about a month. And it's just the kind of look we need to go right into the goalkeeper. A nice little piece of play by Mari, and that was the goal, and we pushed for it. As you can see, not many highlights. If you look at the blue bar at the bottom, not many highlights, but a little break for Baka here. Daily Blind hits it first time, and it flies in. It just like drifts. It's almost like slow motion in the 87th minute, and his first goal puts us, or gives us, the 3 points, much needed 3 points. And that for a while he's put us 3 points ahead of Juventus when they went ahead and won their game. And then unfortunately they went ahead and won again, and we lost 3-1. So 3-1 does make it look a little bit worse. We led for most of the game. 2 minutes in, Carlos Bacca gave us the lead from this corner here. Ricky Alvarez taking it again. He's just rubbish at corners. I decided to throw him in because Pastore is just grinding my freaking gears at the minute. He's doing my head in. It's absolutely shocking. But lovely. I think that was a volley finish from Bacca. He's at least starting to find a little bit of form now, I guess, if you could say that. I don't know. 1 goal. But a nice finish from Callahan. I think that was coming. I've got to be honest. The amount of highlights after that really were pressing. They were pressing forward. And again, look, another stupid ball. How many times have I pointed this out? Another stupid ball up the field to no one. Intercepted by Napoli. And it's gone through, and that was the winner. And then really this one's like, okay, this one takes it out of context slightly. It's the 90th minute. We were going for it. You can play. You're not too disappointed when you play over risky balls like that. And this one again from Bonaventure. I mean, that's a bit more stupid. I mean, I don't know who he's trying to find there. So it's another one where they've just lumped it upfield, but I don't necessarily mind that one because it's like I had to take more risks on. So when that's switched on, I guess it's not as disappointing. But all 3 goals there pretty much coming from balls that again were just punted upfield with no thought, just come straight to a Napoli player, and it's gone straight back. So you guys have probably talked about this in the comments like 1,000 times now, how I need to stop players doing that, and I thought I had, but apparently not. So I've had to play around with like the instructions and everything, and this is what we're going back to. It's just pretty much back to basics, what we were doing before. Things just naturally change over time. I think that's the key way to do it. So we're just going to bring it back to the way it was. So this is the team here. I still think that Stones and Mangala at half fitness is better than Zapata and Murillo at full fitness, because Zapata, as you can see, look at that. I mean, that is grim. That is dreadful. Absolutely appalling form from Zapata, and he's promised. And you know what the sad thing is? He'll complain, you haven't given me enough game time. No shit, why? Look at the state of that form. And you know what the best part is? He'll say, I still deserve the first team place. And that's why this game is shit. Okay, so I'm joking. No, but seriously though, it's stupid shit like that is pretty poor. And I do think I'm going to make a little statement about FM. I'm sure the response to a lot of people here is going to say, well, why'd you keep playing it? Well, because it's still fun. It's just I mean, it's still fun, but please listen to the point I'm about to make, then it'll make a bit more sense. The thing about Football Manager is, in general, Football Manager, is that a lot of people view this game with rose-tinted glasses. The problem is with FM, there really is no competitor, and this is probably the main criticism at the moment, that because there is no direct competition for this game, the only competition really is itself with Football Manager handheld. And no, FIFA Manager doesn't count because EA have just half-arsed that to an extent where I don't even think they've done a new version. Or they've marketed it that poorly that I don't know a new version exists. Anyway, there's no direct competition, so that what that means is Sports Interactive generally rest on their laurels. I'm not complaining, by the way, because I'm losing the friggin' title here, by the way. I'm not. I just felt this was now a good time to make it because it's on my mind. So, there's no direct competition. Sports Interactive have been pushing for this game. Now, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know everything about this. But to me, I just feel that if there was direct competition, this game would be a lot better than what it is. Because there are still, for me, there's been so many things that I've liked or would like to have seen or would like to have had implemented into the game that just haven't. I remember on FM11, it's gone in for Mangala. The keeper's pushed it in. Kind of lucky goal, but I'll take it. But I don't know if any of the hardcore are still here. Probably not. But if those of you who've been watching since the very start, FM11, right at the start of 2011, you'll have heard complaints that I'm still saying now. And, let's be honest here. If I'm playing the game in 2011 and I go, oh, I don't like that, I think that should be removed or that should be changed or, I think they could do that a bit better. And that bug or that problem or that feature is still there 5 years later. I don't know about you, but that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? We'll just carry on the second half here. I enjoy this game. I enjoy it immensely. I put hundreds of hours into this every year. And it will never be perfect. Of course it won't. It's far too big to be perfect. And there's so many, there's only so many man hours that I can go into making it. But there are just a few little things where you go, oh, come on, you've got to get rid of that now, surely. Or, oh, come on, that can be tweaked. Or that can be just something, And I always point to player exchanges. That to me is the one that I think if they fixed or at least changed how they've dealt with it would at least bring some solace to it all. I'm going to bring on Calibrate here for Blazikowski, and also we're going to bring on Bertolacci for Mari. If as I said, I just find that player interactions have not progressed since 2011. If anything, I actually think they've got worse. I appreciate that footballers, especially the prima donna types, Zlatan, Ronaldo, etc., are whiny little babies, and that they do need serious man management. Of course they do. But at the same time, I do feel that there needs to be a human element. Now, whether that can be replicated in a video game is very much debatable. I don't think it can, but I'd like to at least see them try. Or make an attempt to. If it didn't work, fine. But are they going to take that risk? They don't need to, because there's no competition. So it's a vicious circle, There's no competition to the point where they need to take a risk like that, because the formula works. And if I were to say this to Miles now, he could just come back straight away and say, Football Manager 2016 is the best-selling football manager of all time. We're doing something right, clearly, and there's absolutely no need then to change that formula. And I'm pretty sure FM16 is it's either the best or the fastest-selling FM of all time. I mean, obviously, it helps through the advertising. I think Football Manager's general advertising has increased and just improved considerably over the last few years. I don't really remember seeing many TV adverts, for example, for FM11, although I have seen them for FM15 and 16. So as this audience grows, I do see that them just again resting on the laurels, saying, "Look, we're still gaining a new audience," and that's an absolutely abysmal miss by Stones. So yeah, they're getting this new audience who aren't necessarily demanding and fed up with features that have just not been improved upon for 5 years now, possibly even longer, dare I say. I mean, I stopped playing Football Manager in 2006 for about 5 years because I was just fed up with the game. That's not because it was bad or anything, it was just because I was fed up of getting annoyed and frustrated with it. I had a game called FA Premier League Manager. I think it was from like the mid-90s. It was a PC game, and it was very similar to FM, or I guess, or Championship Manager, I guess, at that time. And I actually remember I was that annoyed with it that I just rage quit the game, took the disc out and smashed it. Which I know sounds like, oh my god, that sounds psychotic, but I was like 12. You know, that's what 12-year-olds do. Literally, in this case, and that's 2-0. Bakker wraps it up. So that really wasn't much of a game, but there you go. That gave me an opportunity to get that out. So, yeah, that game was kind of ridiculous because I had players who, the genuine injury on that would be, you could have outfield players that were out of games because they had a broken finger, or not even a broken finger, like a stubbed finger or something like that, you know, like they've bent it or something stupid. It was some sort of finger injury that wasn't a big deal. Like if it was a goalkeeper, I'd say yeah, but it was an outfield player, and he physically missed a match for it, and I just couldn't believe what I was reading. And I think that really didn't help with that game. But basically the point I'm trying to make is, do you agree, and I'm just going to ask a general question, I probably should do these more often really, do you agree that Football Manager is resting on its laurels and that things that probably should have been improved by now since FM11, dare I even say FM10, 9, 8, 7, 6? I say I missed that period of sort of 2007 to about 2010 because I just did not play the game. I was fed up with getting frustrated with it. I just didn't find it fun anymore. But do you agree? Do you agree with me that it's resting on its laurels and that things simply haven't improved as much as it has? Because I'm fully aware that only so many things can be done to this game because it is. I know people joke about it being spreadsheet simulator, you know, things like that. But, or am I just being too picky there, or am I, you know, demanding too much? Just let me know what you think. That's an interesting discussion. So that also, Mangala is staying. What the hell did that come from? So that has at least allowed me to talk about the game and other something than this failed title race, clearly. So we've actually got more wins, but as you can see, more losses now than Juventus. Well, at least we're in the Champions League, so I can't complain there, really. Unless Juve lose. Yeah, we've got to wait for Juve to lose, and we've got to win. But at least that Verona game, well, they're close to being relegated, hopefully should give them a bit of confidence. So our next game is going to be against Cagliari. Please join me for that, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.